Yo guys, it's Chad from Nash Dog, and here we have lesson number 2. Hopefully you guys enjoyed lesson number 1, and if not, if you didn't see it, click right here. Hopefully we can make that happen, right there. So yeah, if you guys didn't see that, that is a very important video to watch as far as getting stronger, bigger, and all that good stuff. Okay, now lesson number 2. Today we're all about how to structure your workouts, okay? This is a common mistake I see all the time with beginners. They just follow the chest tries, back buys, shoulders, legs, repeat. Okay, now, this is how I started when I was in 7th or 8th grade. It got me to a certain point, but then I started to, plateau. I wasn't making progress. I was starting to hurt, and I just wasn't enjoying my training, okay? So, there is no right or wrong way to structure your workouts, okay? Let me get that clear. So you can do full body workouts, you can do upper lower splits, you can do a classics bodybuilder workout. It really doesn't matter. As long as you're working hard, you're okay. But for us, how we structure our workouts to get as strong as possible, as big as possible, and explosive as possible is a very specific way, okay? So first in our workouts, we always start with the warm-up. Don't overcomplicate your warm-up. You don't need 50 different drills in your warm-up. You don't need any crazy, partner, PNF, internal, external, band resisted, plank walk, crawl, rotator, warm-up drills, okay? People have gotten outrageous with these warm-ups. Honestly, here we do some jumping jacks, we do some body weight squats, some lunges, a couple push-ups, maybe a few sit-ups if we're feeling it, high knees, stuff like that. Just get the heart rate going and get yourself ready for the day, okay? Now, as far as structuring your workout, so number 1, important to mention, we got the warm-up, okay? Number 2, this is especially important for athletes or people who want to train like athletes. We do our explosive work first, okay? And oftentimes, if it's nice outside, we'll hit some sprints. We'll do different sled sprints, band resisted sprints, stuff like that, okay? Explosive work. Now, if we're not doing sprint work, so this includes, sprint, jumps, and throws. Okay, sprints, jumps, and throws, that's the bulk of our explosive work, and mostly we do jumps, okay? If we sprint once a week when it's nice out. The sprinting and the running, I like to do hard running as opposed to sprinting mostly, but we'll get to that later, okay? Now, sprints, jumps, and throws, and this is out of season, okay? So this is not an in-season athlete. In-season athletes would do something slightly different, okay? Or if this is just somebody trying to get bigger and stronger and more explosive, this is a great template for you to follow, okay? So we do our explosive work first. Next thing, or warm up explosive. Next thing we do is our main lift, okay? And I would say 90% of the time, this is a barbell movement. It could be a bench press, it could be an overhead press, it could be a squat, it could be a straight bar deadlift, trap bar deadlift, fat bar overhead press. There's a million different barbell lifts you can use, but this is where we put this, okay? So when we're fresh, we found that the explosive work wakes us up a little bit, and we have better results when we move on to our main work of the day, okay? The main work is the most important work for strength, and even size as well, okay? Oftentimes we have cats come in here, they'll be a little bit tired, they'll hit their main work, they're feeling like crap, and they'll leave, and that's okay, okay? So we have the main work, main lift, okay? And if you guys watched the first video on how to progress, this would be your 5x5, okay? So, say this is a squat day. 5x5 squat, okay? The main lift is the main barbell movement to get you stronger for the day, okay? So we squat, we do our 5 sets of 5 squat. Now, oftentimes I'll put these two together to A, save time, and B, it's just a fun way to train. So while you're warming up, say you do the barbell for 15 reps as your first warm-up set on your squats, you would do 5 box jumps in between, or 5 med ball throws, or 5 broad jumps, 5 of something explosive in between. So that way, you're getting 2 birds with 1 stone, explosive work and main lift. Now as we get closer to our top end sets, we start taking out the explosive work and focus on recovery and rest before we hit our big weights, okay? But you should be able to do 5 sets of, 5 reps of box jumps in between your bench presses, and that should not take away. If anything, it'll increase your bench press because it'll wake you up a little bit, okay? So we hit our main lift. Number 4 is our supplemental work. Now, this is going to be closely related to the main lift, okay? The supplemental work could be something as simple as, 3 sets of 10 front squat, okay? Or it could be something like heavy single leg squats, Bulgarian split squats. If it's an athlete, we like to do a lot of single leg work for our supplemental. Or this could be a trap bar deadlift, 3 sets of 8 to 12, moderate weights, not really trying to push too hard as far as the strength progression goes, but it's a good lift to help your main lift, okay? And if we're talking about squat, bench, and deadlift, the supplemental work is usually crucial in increasing that, okay? Because it gets to a point where your main work only takes you so far, and it's what you do after that makes the biggest difference, okay? So my favorite personally is squat, and I'll do pause squats, where you're going all the way down, holding the bottom and exploding up, or I'll do squats, and then I'll do trap bar deadlift. That's also another common one. Recently, I've been throwing the front squats in. We're gonna see how that pans out, but I always do my main work heavy, okay? For me, I keep it 1 to 5 reps, but like I explained in the last video, sorry, I'm giving my camera girl, Hannah, the wifey, a little more work today. So, like I said, the last video, I explained some of that, okay? So, supplemental work, 3 to 5 sets, 8 to 12 reps, somewhere in there. Sometimes we'll go a little heavier with our supplemental work, and that's fine, okay? So some people look at like 2 main movements of the day. I just look at the main movement, and then what am I gonna do to get better at that main movement after, okay? That's my supplemental work. All right, now, number 5, the assistance work. And this is anything else, okay? This is the more the bodybuilder work, the pump work, the work you do to stay balanced in your training. So on a lower body day, this could be something as simple as, leg curls, 4 sets of 25. And if you're doing leg curls, they're kind of, whatever. So you do leg curls in between some kind of upper back work, maybe something like a dumbbell shrug, dumbbell shrug. And some guys love pumping out assistance work like crazy. If you're focused on size, especially for the upper body, you might want to scale back on the main work and the supplemental work and up the assistance work a little bit if that's what you need. Some of my favorite assistance exercises for lower body, like I said, leg curl, light dumbbell RDLs for sets of 15 to 20, walking lunges, reverse lunges, any kind of single leg work. And that's basically the bulk of it. And then the assistance work, you can also couple the core training, the ab training in with that. So heavy, weighted sit-ups, med ball sit-ups, heavy Russian twists, leg raises, stuff like that. That's where we would do that. And honestly, usually we'll just throw it into a circuit, 2 or 3 exercises, bang them out, 3 or 4 sets, boom, you're pumped up, you feel good for the day, and you're ready to rock out, okay? Then after this, we will go conditioning / rest, okay? So most of the time after the assistance work, we're done for the day. I'm a big fan of using another session for conditioning. So when you wake up in the morning, you do your conditioning work, you recover all day, you come and you lift at night, or whatever the case may be. But if you want to do it all in one, a quick little 15-minute finisher on conditioning, it could be something like a 15-minute jog, intervals on a bike, light sprints outside, stuff like that, okay? So that's where you do your conditioning. Now, if you need to focus more on one area than the other, like if you're extremely out of shape and you don't need to be doing 15 to 20 sets of lifting for your training day, what you can do, honestly, is cut the supplemental work almost completely out if you really want to. Cut the assistance work or couple the assistance work into your conditioning work. So your workout would look something like this: squat 5 by 5, okay? And then you would do a circuit. You would do a circuit, we would go walking lunges for 2 minutes, sit-ups for 2 minutes, and then something like, maybe battle ropes for 100 reps, and you do 5 rounds of that, okay, a circuit style, if you're focused on getting in shape, trimming down, stuff like that, okay? But this is the main setup of what we use here and what I personally use to train myself to get bigger, stronger, faster, and all that good stuff, okay? So to recap, you gotta warm up, you have to warm up, okay? If you don't have time to warm up, you don't have time to work out, all right? It could be a 5-minute warm up. It could be something so simple like jumping jacks, bodyweight squats, and push-ups. Real quick, boom, done, jump in. Just get yourself going, okay? Explosive work, mixed with main lift usually. If not, do some sprints, maybe 10 sets of 10-yard sprints, okay? And that'll get your central nervous system fired up for the day, and you'll be ready to rock, okay? After that, move on to our main lift, okay? Like I said, on a squat day, 5x5, say you're benching, you would do, maybe close grip bench, 7 sets of 3. Whatever your progression is, wherever you're at in your training, that's what you would do there. And then you hit your supplemental work, something closely related to the main lift. So I'll give you an upper body example. We'll go overhead press. So you would do overhead press. Maybe you're doing, I like a little more volume on the overhead press, 5 sets of 8, okay? And after the overhead press, you're gonna do heavy dumbbell bench for 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps. That will be your supplemental work of the day. Then after that would come your Yo guys, my apologies. Camera kind of shit it out on me, but that's okay. To pick up where we were, so after your supplemental work, I was saying overhead press, you go right into a heavy dumbbell bench, and that'll be a good supplemental movement for your day to supplement your overhead pressing, okay? After that, we have the assistance work and then the conditioning. So that's the recap. Don't overthink this stuff. Basically, what I'm trying to say is you want to start big and powerful and explosive, and then trickle down into smaller exercises where you're doing more reps and trying to get a pump. Okay, and that's the basic way we train here, and it covers all areas of training. So you're gonna get more explosive, you're gonna become more powerful, you're gonna get stronger, you're gonna build bigger muscles, and you're gonna get in shape. I mean, what else do you need, And if you couple flexibility training in with that, maybe after conditioning, your day of training will be a little longer. It might be an hour and a half with everything included, but that's okay. It depends on what level you're at as far as what exercises to choose, what weights to use, and all that good stuff. But as a general template, start with your main movement, start with some explosive work. Make sure you always warm up first, and then after the explosive work and the main movement, do another movement that's gonna help you get stronger with sets of 6 to 10 reps, 6 to 12 reps, and after that, all the little chicken shit that you honestly some days do, some days don't, really doesn't matter. The bicep curls, the leg curls, the tricep press downs, the push-up finishers and stuff like that, okay? So start thinking about your training more, start thinking about how you structure it, and there is no right or wrong answer, like I said. This is just what we prefer, and this is what we found to increase size, strength, and speed and explosiveness the quickest way. So give this a try, start structuring your workouts a little differently, and see how that goes. So let me know how it goes. Please subscribe to the videos if you enjoy them. You can check us out at nashdogperformance.com like always. I'll have some blog articles up there and some exclusive content that you can dive into to help your training, okay? As always, keep training hard, and we'll see you next time. Later.